Danny Otto. Welcome into another episode of That Recap Show. Now, before we get into the show, just want to mention, no spoilers at all. This is going to be a live show. We're going to be talking about really cool brand new announcements from D23 Expo and just general movie news that's been coming out, and maybe even some predictions about what other announcements we could hear throughout the weekend. And I mean, as always, we really want to see you guys participate in the chat. So anything you're really excited to hopefully hear about with D23 or any DC news, Marvel news, anything you really want to talk about, even maybe some Netflix news with Cobra Kai coming out today. So as always, don't forget, be as active as you can in the chat so that we can all have some fun. Without further ado, let's start the show.
Poppin' Off presents That Recap Show.
Joining with me, as always, to break down everything from the D23 Expo and just general movie news that we've been talking about, it's Jon Rico. No, you weren't ready that time. I saw you in the little window. You weren't ready.
I was so ready, dude. You didn't know what I was going to do.
You were not ready that time. You had it perfect on our video. If you haven't checked out our latest recap from episode 4 of the She-Hulk series, it was a great intro. It was a great attempt today, but it was a much better attempt on the intro. I like to say that was not edited on the intro of that video, even though it was pre-taped.
Don't pretend to know what I was going to do this time, Danny. I had a planned routine, and you just threw it under the bus. That's okay. That's how we're going to start off. That's the engine we're going to start off with, guys. That's okay. It's Friday.
Emotional damage.
Huh? I'm hurt.
Witch!
There we go.
Want to start off the show with a cheers? Cheers.
Sure. Yeah.
Cheers.
A truce and a cheers.
Cheers to everybody else out there also that's watching. And like I said, younglings, am I right?
Younglings.
I gotta put that
Darn
up.
younglings. Never stood a chance.
Did you see that? Did you see the meme thing? I think it was Billy McDonald posted in our group. By the way, we do have I know Rico has his own Discord where he posts stuff about us being on Twitch and all the active stuff he's doing for his stream and stuff like that. We also have a popping off just fan friend group basically on Facebook. But it's hidden because I've always had it hidden since they were doing that wave where like bots were spamming and getting groups shut down. So
Yeah.
it's a hidden group. So if you want to be part of it, let us know and we can add you to it. Just give us like we can always like accept you or add you to our group. But there's a lot of really funny stuff that goes around. But what that just reminded me of, was Billy McDonald posted in the group this week where he was saying one of the Star Wars movies was PG-13, I think, and every PG-13 movie can get one F-bomb.
Yeah.
And where would you put it in? I think it was episode 3, and it was the scene with the younglings when Anakin walks in and the youngling just goes, "Ah, fuck." Like, I was like, that would have made the movie absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Think about all the different F-bombs you could have thrown into all the MCU movies and stuff like that throughout the time. Like I'm waiting for the first one.
It's gonna be Deadpool. It's gonna be Deadpool.
Hopefully.
Well,
Yeah.
they've already said that'll be the first
True, yeah, they've already said that, but yeah, who knows? Like, he'll be the first. Like, who will be the first character to say? Will it be him for sure, or will it be somebody else? Like, who's gonna have the honor of it? That's more what I'm looking forward to. It's kind of like in X-Men First Class when we got the random "Go F Yourself" from Wolverine in the movie. Like, oh, okay, they actually like went there in one of those movies. So it's like, yeah, like it's gotta be like, yeah, it's gonna be like a really well timed.
Didn't she basically say it in She-Hulk?
Well, that's kind of been their thing so far. Is like they'll cut them off midway through. Like they did it in Spider-Man Homecoming when he sees Peter in the suit, she goes, "What the?" And then they cut. So they've done it a few times. And then and it's a spoiler if you haven't seen the movies and you're watching the show, but when Nick Fury gets dusted away, he goes, "Oh mother," and then he like it always cuts him off at the fuh. Like that's always right there. It's what they have. So they haven't pulled. They're teasing us before they do the actual thing. It's almost like when we got the Avengers Assemble tease in Age of Ultron.
I hope we do not have to wait that long because that took forever.
We're waiting. We've technically waited longer.
Yeah, but now Deadpool is in the MCU, so like it's one of those things. Now we're on the clock.
Yeah,
because we have to get. If we don't get a motherfucker from Deadpool, then we're never getting it. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're 100% getting it.
Anyway,
I would like to see it before.
I mean, that'd be nice, but what project would we see it before? I think we're definitely going to get into D23 prediction announcements type of thing because we know that there's going to be all weekend, and we know we're definitely getting some announcements for new Marvel projects that we didn't get at San Diego Comic-Con
and Star Wars.
But I would really hope that we figure out where Deadpool 3 is going to be on the timeline because we have to get it in phase 5 or 6. Like there's no way that we're not going to at least get a date for it at some point soon.
Yeah. Once we get an idea of like when we learn it's going to start shooting, then we'll probably know it's going to be in certain plans for either 5 or 6.
I want it to be in between Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
I honestly want him to debut in the Avengers movie. I think that'd be actually kind of cool.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I want him to be
like in Secret Wars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want him to be in Secret Wars, but that's why.
Oh, in between those two movies. Yeah, I know what you're saying now.
Yeah. That's why I was saying.
I always forget that which one goes before the other. To be honest,
it's Kang first, and then it's Secret Wars because I think Secret Wars caps off phase 6.
That's right.
I of course I've deleted the phases charts that we had when we were doing this last time, and I
know. Who knows if those are even going to stay like in place too? Because they switch things around all the time. So
it's Marvel being tricky. We need a direct line to Kevin Feige. If anyone's got that number or email account, like to the front of the line, basically, just let us
love that.
Anyway, so do we want to dive into D23? Do we want to dive into non D23 news first, and then backtrack to D23? You want to just hodgepodge it all? Like what do we want to do here?
I'll let you steer the ship on this one, Danny. What tickles your fancy the most?
Well, I mean,
we got plenty to talk about.
Yeah, we do. And I mean, I feel like we're coming right off of She-Hulk episode 4 recap. So I almost feel like it's fitting to kind of start up with this. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I just watched the trailer before we jumped in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out yet, one of the first things we got from D23 was a mid-season trailer from the She-Hulk series. And there are some of my favorite parts from episodes we've already seen, like Madison.
Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff from the first 4.
Yeah, Madison with a Y and 2 N's, but not where you think. But I love when she's screaming out Wongers. That's like my favorite. I'm going to refer to Wong as Wongers like for forever now.
Yeah, there's still something from that we still haven't talked about too, is the fact that she walked into Wong's room carrying a heart in her hand, like no big deal. So I'm wondering, I want to know the story behind that.
Well, one of the theories we didn't dive into, and this is why it's fun to do this the day after we recorded a recap for that.
We learned all the little theories and stuff like that.
Yeah, everything that's circulating out there. They're saying, like, did she just make a deal with Mephisto? Was that just like...
That's what I'm saying, like, there we go with the Mephisto stuff again.
I mean, it's way too accurate, though. She was like, if I didn't make the deal, then he was going to kill everyone I love. And that's like, that's right out of, like, Mephisto's playbook.
I want it as much as everybody else, but holy shit, if we can't, like, avoid these Mephisto things for our lives, I don't know what the deal is, because like it just seems like every single turn that's like Mephisto, no, Mephisto, no. Well, now, no. Okay, how about now? No, okay, but now I was like, okay, eventually it's gonna be like, it's the throwing spaghetti and
that bug was
spaghetti.
That bug was Mephisto because it was a locust, and it was
yeah.
I was all for that during WandaVision, but ever since then I've backed off of if we were ever going to get Mephisto or not.
Yeah.
But it does make sense that it would be the most ridiculous way to introduce Mephisto through Madison. Because I think Madison is just going to become a character at this point. Like, I don't.
Let's start with M.
It's gotta
Someone's
be.
out there has got that theory.
But anyway, yeah, we got some really cool stuff from the mid credit trailer of
Yeah,
She-Hulk.
mid-season trailer.
Yeah, mid. I want to say mid credit because I'm always talking about the post credit scene. But
I do love credits.
I do love credits. The mid season trailer. I'm all for the Daredevil. Hi, waving.
Yeah, I was waving to Martin.
Martin. Hi. Have you prepared our lodging for when we come start doing the show live in Hawaii, Martin?
Yes.
I feel like I haven't followed up on that.
I require silk sheets.
I don't need any sheets.
The
I just
finest
want to.
Hawaiian silk.
I just want some macadamia nuts. I heard they're from Hawaii, so like I won't have to pay import prices.
Your finest silks and your finest lace for your lord.
Anyway, so we got
Be happy.
some really cool stuff. Some Daredevil content, which I liked.
Yeah, we did. We got quite a bit of Daredevil content.
Oh, so not only did we get Daredevil like in the suit, but we also got Charlie Cox like Matt Murdock be like talking and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm sure it's cut together in a way, but she says a line there that leads me to believe like, what if?
What'd she say? Like, I'm liking this guy's vibe or whatever. Like,
yeah, like I'm feeling this guy more.
I'm like,
more.
I'll ship it.
It's
like whatever, like the superhero lawyer thing.
Yeah, it's cut together in a way she could be talking about anybody because it's not like they're sitting in the same room.
She's probably talking about the way he operates as a superhero. Of course.
It's absolutely like probably a red herring or just something that like makes people wonder what's going to happen type of thing.
Yeah.
Wait, Martin said, "I prepared nothing yet."
Finest pineapples. Gross.
I love. I'll take all the pine. Hey, don't waste the pineapples on Johnny Rico.
Give him the pineapples. I'll take the finest Hawaiian meats. I like meats. Give me all your finest meats.
He's going to prepare the meats, but he's going to put pineapple on all of the meats when he prepares them.
Not spam.
Anyway, so yeah, the mid-season She-Hulk trailer looks great. I'm excited for everything else. I mean, we're obviously going to dive into exactly where we left off in episode 4, like getting right into what is he saying? I just keep seeing
nothing. Don't be distracted. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just let the chat be chat.
But the problem is I can't look at the chat when I'm in here. It's distracting, Jen. Keep going. I need the distractions. So what's really funny is I have a screen that shows me all the chats going on at the same time. So Martin is in YouTube making comments that I'm putting up. And then we have other people talking on Twitch. And do we have anybody on Twitter? No tweets. Oh no, Rico, you froze. Rico's frozen. So Rico's frozen. So who wants to be my co-host right now? I think he's gone for good, guys. I'm a professional. Yeah, I try to be. Thank you. I appreciate that. So definitely let me know now that it's just me. Did you say spam? Martin, I have no problem with spam. So I am in for the finest pineapples and the finest spam meals that you got. Okay, I'm definitely down for that. If Rico's gonna turn his nose up on it, I'm 100% in. So you just keep on doing that. I'm good with that. You add some macadamia nuts on there, I'm good. Wait. I think I'm hearing something. Do we have Rico back?
Hello. Hello there. Wait.
Hello there. Yes.
You missed Martin's comment.
The good thing about that is that it gave me a good, 1 minute opportunity to get another drink. So I used my time wisely, even though it was very unfortunate.
Anyway, you want Martin's comment? Did you miss?
Yeah.
This is what Martin said.
Yeah.
Did you say spam?
No. Oh,
going-
funny story about this. My dad actually tried this for the first time when he was in Hawaii recently, and he liked it. Apparently, he's very picky with his food, by the way, and he didn't mind it. He didn't mind it.
and then I asked, I said, who wants to be my co-host for while Rico's gone?
Oh, okay.
Martin's gunning for your position here.
Okay. Well, you clearly offered it up for the taking.
I just said who wants to be while you're gone.
Oh,
I didn't say like who wants to take over Rico's spot.
we're fizzing.
You said you didn't want to open one on stream because you were afraid you were going to get a mess everywhere.
Yeah,
anyway,
but I was gone and I had to get a new one because I drank the other one, and then here we are.
I don't know how you drink beers. I just get real full off of them.
It takes longer to make a cocktail, Danny. I can just grab the can and open it. I should have got bottles.
2 ingredients in there. Anyway.
2 ingredients.
So
right, what's
that?
I didn't say it. Damn right he is.
I wasn't.
Thank you, DB.
Martin said he's just a bench warmer.
Oh, well, yeah, you are. Keeps it warm. He is the bench. He is the warm bench that we sit on.
He's hashtag #1 fan Martin. So like he's there. He's there.
True.
Nobody competes with that spot. Anyway,
no one.
So moving on, I feel like we've only gotten through one thing. We have such a long list of things to talk about right now.
Yeah.
I do like that this is just happy hour. I should have put
we didn't even name this show.
Yeah, I should have just put like happy hour. You know what? We could just put that happy hour show. And that's what it'll be called from now on when we do live streams. Oh, we got a number
hour.
Number
Popping
2.
off happy hour. I am number 2. Yeah, he is. DB, you are number 2. in every sense of the term.
All right. So do you want to talk about the next thing on our list? I know we're going to start jumping around a little bit. We're going to go from Marvel to DC and stuff like that, but I know you were very excited about this new trailer. So I wanted to let you dive into this a little bit. We got the, I guess is it the second trailer or the final trailer for Black Adam, which I thought this was the best trailer for the movie so far, in my opinion. I think we got like a better idea of how Black Adam's going to be portrayed in this movie, as far as like concerns of him being just turned into a hero because The Rock is playing him and stuff like that. And I think here it's pretty clear that he's going to be taking on the Justice Society in more ways than one. Like, of course, there's some great shots of him fighting off Dr. Fate, which oh my gosh, like if there's one thing in this movie I'm excited for, it's Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, because he's basically like Doctor Strange for DC, or Doctor Strange is Marvel's Dr. Fate. But I'm really excited to see like his power set come into like a form, a film form here. And there's some really clean shots in this trailer, like Black Adam, of course. Look at that, the lightning going off him, looking real clean. I think that's some of the cleaner effect. They took off the yellow filter that was in the last trailer, which gave everything that weird little tone. Like there's some really good stuff on Twitter where you can see the comparisons between the two. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really cool. And it looks a lot better in this trailer for sure. And then of course we got our first look at what looks like to be the movie's villain, which is Sabak. Pretty much like a cool like take on the devil, if I'm not mistaken. I've only seen a couple things with him in it, but his overall look.
You mean Mephisto?
Yeah, he's DC Fisto. But yeah, he looks pretty badass in this trailer, if I do say so myself. There's him facing off with Hawkman. Hawkman's got some pretty cool shots in this trailer too, him taking on Black Adam. And there's a great shot in the trailer of him where like his helmet goes on. It's kind of cool. Like the metal of the helmet is like liquefied and it forms into the shape of the helmet, which I thought was a really cool effect to see in like in a slow-mo form. So this movie looks visually fantastic in my opinion, and I'm really kind of excited to see what they're going to do with the Black Adam character. And overall, I really want to see this character take on Shazam. Like, I feel like you have to have these two characters on the collision course at some point. Like, it would be a missed opportunity if you didn't.
I agree with that. I do kind of like. Was it The Rock who stepped in and was like, I don't want these two to appear in each other's movies until after they've had solo things?
I don't remember.
I feel like that was something that we said. Like somebody had said that.
I've always seen stories where they're like, we're not really have any plans for them to hang out, or to face off anytime soon. And what am I drinking? I'm drinking
Yeah.
Wolf Session IPA, which is from Golden Road Brewing in California. It's really good. So it's actually a light IPA, 4.5%.
There's so I gotta say, I have been like every once in a while I'll get a TikTok that's about like from bartenders and they're talking about like drinks. If you like this, then try these couple of beers. If you don't like beers at all, try this and this.
Yeah.
So I saved one. I completely forgot where it is, but I'm going to ask you later. There were some in there. There's one in there that the bartender mentions, and it's like it tastes nothing like beer. It looks and tastes like grape soda. But
Interesting.
she's like it's 6.5%, and it's technically a beer,
That's
and
good.
it tastes like grape soda. So like I'm gonna try to see if I can find it.
Yeah, you need
So I
to
was
find
like-
that and send that to me ASAP.
Yeah, I will find the TikTok tonight at some point and find it for you.
Have you tried Mango Cart? I have. Actually, I was almost gonna buy that today when I was at the liquor store.
So like I'm like I can do beers if they have some sort of like fruit taste in them.
Like sours.
Yes, like
I
that.
like sours.
That's more of like kind of me because otherwise, like
I like tart.
yeah, like the sweeter ones just get me full. Like I just immediately get super full, and I'm like I don't want it. Like a Guinness, like I wouldn't have more than one Guinness.
Oh yeah, I'm not a big Guinness guy at all. I don't like dark beers in general.
Yeah, same. Because beer in general just fills me up. But yeah, if it's a sour and it's like really playing off of the other flavor type of thing, I'm in.
Yeah.
We could have a full show on beer talks and drink.
Oh, dude, we could. There's so much we could do. But I want to get back to the Black Adam trailer. One more little thing that I remember seeing in the trailer was there's a great shot of Black Adam, or not Black Adam, Dr. Fate using like this move where he kind of takes his crest and he kind of has this big magical form of it and he like slams it down in the ground, and it's exactly a move that was in the Injustice games when you would play as Dr. Fate. He does the exact same move. I'm like, oh my god, if they did that as a nod to Injustice, I'm gonna lose my mind. But yeah, I'm like, oh, and then there's just some great shots of like Atom Smasher in there too, and then of course, yeah, like Hawkman and Slovak fighting. Of course, that's awesome, great stuff. But I'm really excited for this movie. It looks like it's going to be a really fun time overall.
I really hope that it's good. Like I've said this in the past multiple times. I am definitely more Marvel leaning as far as things.
Yeah,
but I'm not in the camp of Marvel's good and DC sucks. Like I want both camps to be good and be putting out good projects. Number one, because being good just breeds competition and makes the other side good, which makes in turn the other side good. Like no one can get complacent. They're always going to be like, if both sides are good, they're always going to be fighting for the best quality type of thing. So I always want that. But number two, because I'm always open to, any characters, even if I don't know them. Same, like I've always said, like Guardians of the Galaxy, I had no idea who those characters were before I saw the movie. And I was blown away by it. And, same thing with Peacemaker. Like I didn't know if that show was going to be good, but I ended up loving it.
Right. The Harley Quinn show is another example. I told you to finally start watching that, and you're like, "Thank God!" 100%. That's probably one of your favorite things you're watching right now. I think
it is because, and I'm even watching it sparingly because, like, I don't want to finish it super fast because, like, I'm enjoying it so much. And one of the things I meant to tell you this yesterday. One of the things that I'm really enjoying about it is I didn't look up any of the cast that's voicing it, and I've just
really you just kind of been letting it kind of like figure it
so
out.
I've been slowly just realizing who everybody is.
Right.
And
it's some great
So
talent.
funny because I think I figured out who Batman is finally. Like I didn't know at first.
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
I don't even know what else.
For you.
I don't even know what else he's been in, but I can picture his face. He was in. Do you remember a really long time ago the Drew Carey show?
Oh, Deirdre Bader.
Yeah.
So he also voiced Batman before in a show called Batman the Brave and the Bold. So he's actually like a throwback casting of it.
But that's though, right?
That's actually, Deirdre Bader. Okay. Yeah, I know exactly your doc. He kind of looks like Vince Vaughn a little bit. Like a little-ish. Like he's kind of got that same kind of facial structure.
Yeah.
But I know exactly what you're talking about. He's Jane Silent Bob, he's the security guard.
Right. Yeah. I should have given that example. But the only thing I could think of was the Drew Carey show, only because I watched.
Ooh, what a lovely little tea party. He's that guy.
Yeah.
No, that's he was the voice of Batman in the show called Batman the Brave and the Bold, was actually a really great Batman animated series. It's kind of more like on the campy end. But it's like just Batman on separate little adventures every single time with different heroes and stuff like that. It was like 3 seasons long. It's really good. You might be able to find it on HBO Max.
I'll take a
But
look.
yeah, and then yeah, him being cast in Harley Quinn was like a really cool uh kind of nod to that cast back in the day.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like I said, you will not spoil anything for me if you say like a casting that you like or anything, but I'm just enjoying.
Right. No, you were saying you were figuring it out. So I didn't want you to be like, oh man, I was like, I
Oh
almost
yeah,
had it.
no,
Yeah.
it's not like one of those
Got it,
things where
got it.
I don't want to know them. It's just like I'm not going to the trouble of looking it up. I know those voices because I know Harley Quinn herself is Penny from Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
Jason Alexander was in it in the first
Yeah,
season.
he's in the second season too.
I forget how long his character is in the show.
His arc is like at the very end of the second season.
Right.
Yeah,
but again, DC does television really well. Like their TV shows rarely miss, and I think their movies to me are on more of an upswing. I feel like there's more good than bad, but there is still some bad sprinkled in there. But then there's also the bad press on top of everything. So it's just like once you can just shake all that stuff off, like there's a foundation there for some really good, like a lot of potential for the future for them. Like now they're starting to dive into those more obscure characters, like you're saying, like
that I wanted. Yeah, exactly.
DC's Guardians or whatever, like anything, like all that, like the Blue Beetle. I can't wait for the Blue Beetle movie. We're gonna talk about that.
I mean, you want
right now if you want? Yeah, we could. That's actually a great transition to talk about that. I believe Susan Sarandon was on Fallon, or it was one of the talk shows recently, and she's gonna be in the Blue Beetle movie. I don't know if she's going to be a villain. I can't remember if not, but I know she's going to have a pretty significant role in it. But she kind of mentioned that because of Blue Beetle's, he's a Hispanic character and stuff like that, and he comes from a Hispanic home, that we might get this movie mostly in Spanish and subtitles and stuff like that, which would be a pretty bold move for a DC movie, especially like one of their lower properties. But like if you're getting a movie where like most of his dialogue is going to be done in Spanish and stuff like that, who knows like if he's going to know some English as well. But I'm super excited for this character because also the suit they're going to have for this movie looks like extremely comic book accurate. And yeah, like my boy DB saying, getting some respect for the Latino characters right there. It's about time that like we kind of get like our lead superhero character, like especially for DC. That's pretty cool. But yeah, and like I said, look at that suit. Like it's a really cool suit, just conceptually and like the kind of the way he gets it, the scarab and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for this story to actually be shown to a wider audience.
Yeah, that was one of the movies that I was like, I'm in on, and I was super worried when we were getting all the Warner Brothers stuff. Like, I was worried that like this is going to be on the chopping block. You gotta say if Batgirl gets canned when it's pretty much done, like any other show or
makes you wonder if the conflicting reports of like the test screenings on that, because you heard different things on the test screenings. One was like it was way too CWE, and then the other one's like it was really good. But it's like, man, there had to be a reason why that one particularly got axed, and like they're still keeping these ones up. It's still very weird and questionable.
Yeah, it's a move so that they can save all this money on taxes and shit like that. Like it's
and then the other two movies they are releasing are Black Adam and the other movie, the Olivia Wilde movie that just came out, where I think marred a bunch of controversy as well.
I do not have all of the notes in front of me, but if we want to go, we can definitely do an episode just on like crazy drama behind the scenes. But that one, there has been so many crazy stories.
Weird. I've only gotten like little tidbits. I don't know the full details of it, but I need to definitely look up more on that.
From like the story with Shia LaBeouf, who was supposed to have Harry Styles' role, and then him basically proving that he left. He did not get fired. He did not get asked to leave. There was no controversy around him on set or anything. He quit. Like he was just like, I'm not going to do this.
On brand.
Yeah. But like they made it out to be like he was a problem and they had to replace him and all this stuff. Like that's the tamest thing about the. What just?
my cord is stuck on something. Sorry, no, keep talking. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was just gonna say
I
that
was
is.
trying to fix it without you looking.
You totally spun all the way around in your chair. I thought maybe your cat was doing something to you.
No. I was my cord was stuck and I felt like I was held hostage by my headphones.
You know what I just realized? I just realized this. I'm an idiot. So
No, you're not.
So I got.
You'll say that.
You ought to say that. I got a pair of brand new headphones. Nice Sony over the ear big headphones for everything. And I literally forgot to wear them. I'm still wearing the headphones that are disintegrating on my head after every attempt. I was going to use them yesterday, and I was so flustered because I thought I was running to band practice and ended up not. And so I was like, I don't want to set these up. Whatever. I still have them in the box. I haven't even taken them out of the box. I could have done that today. I forgot.
Too much.
I know. And now I have time. So tune in next week when I have brand new headphones and can hear better. But moving on to more news that we got. I mean, do you want to get into Star Wars news? Do you want to get into Marvel news? I feel like there's so
Wait, it's pretty much all Disney now, pretty much. So
have you? No, I mean, what I'll say is one more thing that's non-Disney related, and I was going to say, why don't you check the Twitter and see if there's? I don't know why I just said the Twitter.
Check the Twitters?
Why don't you check the D23 info on Twitter and see if there's any breaking news? But what I was going to say, non-Disney related news is that Cobra Kai season 5 just premiered today. It was just released today.
Yeah.
And we were talking before the show. You haven't really followed any of it.
I haven't had a chance to get to the show yet. Yeah.
I
keep hearing everyone keeps telling me about it, and everyone gets so excited, especially them in the fight world. Like, I definitely need to get on that.
I did not expect it because I actually watched it when it first came out, and it was on YouTube Red. Like I had to get the free trial just to watch it, type of thing.
Mhm.
And I was like, all right, this is good. And then when it got to Netflix, I was super happy because then I could go back and actually watch the whole thing, and relax. Because I was like, I'm not gonna buy YouTube Red, or YouTube Premiere or whatever it is. But I do really like their take on it. I think they do justice to all the characters, while making a original story with new character, with old characters, and with new characters like intertwined in there.
Yeah, it's a really interesting one like franchise to do this kind of story on, and it's one that kind of I think took everybody by surprise with how well received it's been. Especially me, the fact that what is it, season 6?
5. No, season 5. Yeah.
Okay, and the fact that people are like people look forward to this the premiere of the seasons like Stranger Things or Game of Thrones. Like it's pretty wild. So I really gotta I was telling you I want to rewatch the first movie at least. Just to keep myself familiar with it, and then of course I want to dive into the show for sure.
I think if you watch the first movie and then watch the first season, you'll be hooked.
Yeah, because
there are a couple of in between there in a couple of the seasons where there were some episodes where I was just like, it's a little bit. I'm not here for it. But the first, I'd say 110% the first 2 seasons, absolutely great. Not that any of the other seasons are bad. It's just, and I'm still hooked on it. I'm still watching it season by season type of thing. And I'm all caught up. I'm ready to start season 5. Martin, don't worry. No spoilers here. We have not started watching it yet. We will do maybe a recap on that next Friday, something like that. There's also going to be a lot of news. Our next live stream will be our last live stream.
Yeah, because we were planning for this to be like our Disney Plus Day / like D23 announcement kind of recap show, and then I took Disney Plus Day for granted, and then or more of that. I think I kind of overestimated it. Is more what I'm trying to say. Forgetting that the fact that there's going to be the whole expo after that, where there's going to be announcements and stuff. So we're getting a lot of like gaming announcements and stuff like that today, which we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, but I think tomorrow is probably we're going to get a lot of the big movie and TV show announcements and stuff like that on Disney's end.
I mean, it's Saturday. It's the same thing as San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
Saturday is always the big day.
Yeah, Saturday will always be the big day. By the way, press is pending for one Danny Otto right here. So I will keep you up to date with that. No matter what, we're going to do a New York City Comic-Con show, whether it's a live stream, whether we have to do a pre-tape, whatever we're going to do, we'll do one. I'll take some B-roll, get some, there's going to be announcements, not as much as San Diego Comic-Con, obviously, but there's going to be some cool announcements, some stuff that's going to come out. I'll talk about my time there.
Yeah.
Sounds but anyway,
good. When
reason it is the week that I come back from tour.
Oh yeah. And wait, do you leave for tour next week or the week after?
I leave the 21st. So I have one full week next week. Okay. And then I'm here Monday, and then Tuesday evening I'm probably
That's right. You're gone Andor day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am in a van on the morning of Andor day. Like that is literally, I'm not going to be able to watch Andor. The 3-episode premiere of Andor. I'm not going to be able to watch.
While we wait for Dan to get back from tour, we can hear my Andor thoughts right there. Right?
I'm going to try my best to binge Andor and She-Hulk, obviously, as soon as I get back.
So I basically can't do rundowns for you either because I don't want to spoil it for you.
Well, I mean, I'd say still do that. I mean, this is behind the scenes. Behind the scenes stuff. I was gonna say keep doing them. I just won't open it until I watch it. Like if I catch up on She-Hulk,
practice self-control.
Yeah, I just won't know, but I'm fine. I can not.
I'll be fine.
I can not look.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have my phone. I don't want to have to watch them on my phone, but like I get unlimited data. I could technically watch everything on my phone. I just don't want to.
True. Just get the story. Get the story.
Yeah. Anyway, that's behind the curtain stuff. We don't need to talk about that. But the big announcement that I wanted to ask, what is this?
Curtain. I just want 3 Ninjas remake. Oh, dude, I want that so bad.
Which 3 Ninjas are you? I'm definitely Tum Tum because I looked like Tum Tum when I was a little kid. Like bowl cut, everything. I looked like Tum Tum.
I wish I was Colt, but I'm probably more of a Rocky.
I can see that.
I'm probably more of a Rocky.
But yeah. I
kind of Rocky with a little bit of Colt, to be honest. Like I'm kind of a blend of both.
I can show you pictures of when I was a little kid. I 110% could have been Tum Tum's like stand-in. I looked exactly like him.
Yeah, who owns the 3 Ninjas rights? Give me a 3 Ninjas Disney.
I can see it. It's not 20th Century Fox. It's New Line. I think it's New Line.
Yeah.
I think
who's New Line under? Jeez.
I don't know. Martin asked if you're going to New York City Comic Con. Unfortunately, Martin, we do not have the budget to fly Rico over here, put him up in a nice New York City hotel.
I do need to get myself over to the East Coast.
You do need to come over.
That'd be fun.
We can plan something, but
yeah.
I put in for press for New York City Comic Con. If I don't get press, I'm definitely going to at least go for a day. So no matter what, we're going to have, some cool stuff to talk about with New York City Comic Con.
Tim? You're a Tim body?
Stay with
Tim. Oh, Tim, like Tim the Tap Man? You got Tim
no,
body?
He corrected himself.
Oh, yeah. I know. That's the same old thing.
You know what?
Shoot.
Right. That's
no, dude. Do a sequel series like Mighty Ducks with 3 Ninjas, where Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum are all leading like a martial arts school together or something like that. Boom! I just nailed it. Basically, the Cobra Kai of Disney Plus or whatever. Heck you do. But yeah, dude, freaking nailed it. I'm good at this stuff. I'm an idea.
I 110% had 3 Ninjas.
Or at least one of the brothers is leading a school. Like, which one would? Probably Colt.
It's got to be. No, because when they do that, what the? Bye.
Oh, squirrel?
I don't know what just happened, but something.
I don't either.
Something just
crawled. Shows are so fun.
I don't know what just happened, and it freaked me out. I don't know if it was a spider. I don't know if it was a piece of dust.
Witch!
Freaking out.
Probably a witch.
But you know what they should do? They should
make it cheesy and ruin it. It was cheesy to begin with.
It was a kid's ninja movie. Of course, it's gonna be cheesy.
Light up the eyes. Oh god, I love that movie.
But it's got to be the one that you wouldn't expect that would be running it like anything. So it's got to be Tum Tum. Like,
True.
he's got to be the one that has to try to get his older brothers back
He
together.
runs a martial arts school / like pizza shop because he likes food so much.
Yeah, it's got to be, or candy or something like that. It's got to be something like that.
Or candy, yeah.
Yeah, I always think of Tum Tum eating like Twizzlers or something.
Come, children, get candy and fighting skills. No?
I was going to spit out what I had in my mouth.
Yeah, I figured the time was Will Ferrell is Tum Tum. Okay, I'm actually might be down for that. Lock it in. Love that.
All right. So getting back to the other thing that's on Netflix now, in case you were wondering, because I know neither one of us have watched it, is Morbius is on Netflix now.
Oh, dude. I need to watch that.
I do too.
I'm gonna watch it now. It's on Netflix. Sold.
It is on Netflix. Don't you stream it and crash your stream right now. I am interested in seeing it, so I definitely want to watch it. Maybe we can set up a movie night and have everybody join us and watch it.
That'd be fun.
I just want to see, it's one of those things. It's like when somebody tells you not to eat something because it tastes really, really gross, and you're like,
I'm a comic book movie completionist, so it's like it's sitting there. I gotta watch it, even though I know it sucks. I gotta watch it.
All right,
how my brain operates.
So, did you find anything new that's been announced?
I did not.
Okay, so let's move right on to it. I want you to click off this next one because I know this is a character that both of us went back and forth on, hoping that it was going to be announced in for the series. Trying not to give it away
sooner or later. Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you give us what we finally got?
Oh boy. Well, if you're a big fan of Star Wars Rebels like I am, of course, the lead character of that show is one as Ezra Bridger. Who, if I'm gonna say the spoilers for the final season of the show. At the end of the season, he takes Thrawn off into shoot. Light speed. Oh, what is this? What is this? The fast travel, space fast travel.
Light speed.
Light speed. Oh my god! Like I don't know why that was way harder for me than it should have been. I was like, it's not light speed. Is it light speed? It's probably light speed. But now I was like, no, it's not light speed. What is it? But by the Purgle. Wow, I know Purgle, which is really funny. That's a really obscure term for Star Wars. But the little space whales, Purgles. So yeah, that's a really interesting ending to Star Wars Rebels. And we're like, where the hell did Ezra go? So we now know that in the Ahsoka TV show that Ezra will be played by I hope I'm saying his name right, Iman Esfandi, I think I want to say his name. And that's kind of been the question we've been asking ourselves the entire time is who's going to play Ezra. Everyone had like their guesses on people they wanted to play. Yeah. Like I really wanted to see Mina Masood, the guy who played Aladdin, be Ezra. I thought he would have been a really good choice. A lot of people want to see Raul Coley, who was in iZombie and other shows like that. He's a really good.
No, yeah, I want him to be somebody else. So
yeah, he's somebody that he's got to be in the Star Wars franchise.
I know. I want him in the MCU.
Oh, that too.
We can talk about fan casting later, but I think he's like
he's great.
He isn't now just because I don't think we saw any more rumors about it. But there was a rumor going around that he might have been Reed Richards.
Interesting. That would be an interesting direction to go.
I was kind of interested in that. Like, I think he's a great actor.
Good take.
And I just
would have been down for that for sure.
If they're gonna change up Reed Richards, I was like, you know what, he could do it. And I really thought that. But like that just got me thinking about wanting him in the MCU more because I do really think he's a good actor, and I also think he's one of those people that would grew up appreciating comics and
he's a super nerd. Like he loves that stuff.
Exactly.
He's a really funny person too. Like he's a big guest on like the Funhouse gaming YouTube channel, stuff like that, and those guys are super funny. And that usually gets a side of his personality that you usually don't see in other stuff and stuff like that. He's really funny on Twitter too when you see him tweet stuff.
I've seen some of his tweets, and I follow him on TikTok. I don't know. I can think of that. We've had so many
he's funny.
words. Yeah, he's great on that, and I've seen like behind the scenes like interviews on YouTube and stuff like that. I just think he's awesome, and I really like when Marvel casts people that I think appreciate parts more, type of thing.
Yeah.
So I definitely want him in, and I definitely think he would do justice to any character that they put. Same thing with Henry Cavill. Like all the rumors about him coming over to the MCU, I'm 100% in on all of those because he appreciates that kind of stuff. Like,
he's a nerd for sure.
He's a gaming PC. He was building a gaming PC and was making that a whole.
The big Warhammer fan too.
Yeah, so I'm totally in on whoever if they bring him into the MCU. I mean, that's one of the we'll get into that later, but that's one of the rumored announcements that we're supposed to be getting tomorrow, probably.
So going back to Ahsoka, I haven't seen Iman Esfandi in anything that I can think of so far. Like maybe if I look him up, I can probably find a project I might have seen him in and passing, something like that. But one of the most intriguing things about the Ahsoka series for me is that it's going to be a follow-up series to the Rebels storyline, which is like all about at the end of Rebels when Ahsoka and Sabine basically go off to go find Ezra after Return of the Jedi, which is quite a long time after they initially lost him. So that the fact that we're getting all that, and then we're going to possibly get Thrawn in this series too, and Thrawn could be kind of like the big overall bad of the Star Wars TV universe that they're doing right now with Mandalorian and stuff like that too. Like he's that level of villain. He's got a great mind and he's just for tactics and overall like strategy and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see what the show is going to be, and I really hope we actually get some trailer footage at some point.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool. I would love to see anything they'll give us for that. I would be super excited to see that. I mean, we've got so much Star Wars content and so much Marvel content coming for the rest of the year. Like, I mean, the me who just loves to just sit here and talk is totally for it. The me who just started editing our videos is like, oh shit. There's gonna be so much more editing to do.
This is live. We don't need to edit live.
Well, live, but we are gonna start changing this name to that happy hour show.
Yeah, Up and Out Happy Hour.
Yeah. But that recap show, which is our pre-tape stuff, we're gonna be doing a lot more edits for that type of thing.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, moving on from Ahsoka. And I mean, Star Wars in general. I mean, I think we're going to get plenty more announcements for Star Wars, more tomorrow and maybe even Sunday. But
we also did get the lead cast for The Acolyte. Lee Jung Jae, who I hope I hope I'm saying that name right. I'm probably butchering it, but he's probably most known for his role in Squid Game overall, and so. So again, getting more of like that casting news, and that's another show that's coming up fairly soon, if I imagine. Those are two shows I think from the Star Wars world that I would really like to get some footage for, on top of Mandalorian season 3.
Oh, I cannot wait for Mando season. I mean, we already got the intro for Mando season 3, basically.
Right.
We got Book of Mando for like 3 episodes.
We got the season 3 trailer like at Comic-Con, but I imagine they saved the public release of that for something like this, which we could probably see we can get that for our D23 announcement stuff later. But
very cool. Yeah. I'm super excited about that. I mean, moving even further down or further into the Disney realm and going kind of switching over to Marvel, we go from one big franchise to the other. I want to start with the games, only because I think when we get to rumors and guessing that of announcements to come, that's going to be a transition into movies and TV shows and stuff like that. So the games is kind of where I kind of wanted to start. I mean, the first one, first one isn't Marvel. First one is Tron Identity. That's going to be a new game that both of us just discovered. I was just grabbing images for our conversation on D23, and I was like, oh sweet Tron, and I showed it to you,
then
and you were like, wait,
so the,
do you know something about
what,
Tron?
like, is this it's a show? Is it a movie? We didn't know what it was, and it's a game. It's a game.
It's a game. And
Yeah,
they
so and
started.
that's pretty much all we know about it so far. But like we were talking about too, like I love the Tron Legacy movie that came out a long time ago. Like I remember seeing that, like I thought this was pretty good. Like the Daft Punk soundtrack was pretty awesome. And I thought there was like really cool storyline with like bringing back Jeopardy. Like it's a faithful sequel to the first movie.
Yeah.
And I thought it set up like a really interesting world that you can like continue to build off of. So hopefully like this game will kind of give us something like that, depending on what type of game it is. But to go back into that world, even like in a TV form or a movie form, would be pretty cool too, as well.
I can't see them not revisiting. I think
Yeah.
maybe they're going to use this to kind of further a story, and then hopefully we'll see if they get a lot of interest. Maybe
Right.
this is kind of one of those feeler type of things. I could see that. I think that would be kind of cool. But moving on from that to Marvel, because that's my sweet spot, is talking about Marvel stuff. So video games and Marvel. Let's cross this in right now. The first thing we kind of got, and we don't really have a ton of information on it, is Midnight Suns. We already had the announcement of the game, which I am hoping we get an announcement for a movie or a Disney Plus series, because Midnight Suns would be absolutely crazy to have on screen. And we are starting to get mystical characters that can actually fill that out. But the game already got announced, and I mean, I mean, just this image, it looks very clean. Like,
yeah.
I am.
So the game was. I remember a little while. I can't remember how long ago the game was announced, but there was a point where I was like, okay, now the game's delayed, and we're like, okay, well, like I think it was delayed indefinitely, if I'm not mistaken. So this trailer right here, we got a new little trailer that actually gave us a release date. So we're getting it at December 2nd, 2022. So we're getting it later this year. So it's like, finally gonna get to play the game, and I'm not sure how it's gonna. Like, I've seen a little bit of gameplay from it, and I'm not sure if it's like how I'll feel about the gameplay overall, but I really hope the story overall kind of brings my interest in it more so.
Same.
Yeah.
I have a lot of hope for it. I mean, just like I had a lot of hope for the Avengers game,
Yeah.
when it was coming out, because I really wanted to play. I just, the thing that really pulled me out of the Avengers game, and what I hope they've learned from the Avengers game, was really the controls. I felt like as much of a what was the other game that we were playing around the same time? The game that crashed and burned.
Oh, Anthem.
As
I didn't play that. I think you did. I watched
did.
you guys. I watched you guys crash and burn from a distance.
Yeah, as shitty as Anthem was, like game wise, the controls for flying and shooting while flying and that kind of stuff was exactly what I wanted for Iron Man's controls when playing the Avengers game, because it was great. Like, I picked a character in Anthem that looked a lot like Iron Man anyway, so I was just like, in my head I was like, oh, I'm playing an Iron Man game. Now Anthem was just a train wreck of a game anyway, but I just wish, like, what brought me out of the Avengers was not the story. I thought the story was great. I loved having characters, and I haven't played any of the add-ons, but from what I heard, the add-ons were pretty cool. Like, they had
from the Spider-Man add-on, which I didn't like seeing him swing around with the, when they do that thing where they put the web on the imaginary ceiling. That's kind of what they did with him. Like, oh, that was kind of
okay.
Yeah, like give me something to shoot towards, and like the Spider-Man games.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get much better than the PlayStation Spider-Man games. Like, everything about them was way better than the Avengers Spider-Man.
Yeah, cool take on MODOK though, dude. I will give him that. Giving us our first take of one Kamala Khan and MODOK, something to look forward to, like in how you can approach that character realistically.
Yeah, absolutely. So moving on from Midnight Suns, which, I mean, we got the announcement, so hopeful. Like, we're getting a holiday season, or we're getting it right before Christmas, so like just in time for everyone to get it for the holidays, basically.
Yeah.
We move on to the quick announcement that we got of the Captain America Black Panther game.
Yeah, by Crystal Dynamics.
Which look, I mean, it's just I only saw a teaser trailer. I don't know if you saw any gameplay footage. I did not.
This is all I saw as well.
Okay, so we saw the same thing. But basically, it's taking place during World War II.
Yeah, or two worlds, or like if you look at four heroes, two worlds, one world. Like is it like a world with that's in the past versus like a current world? That's kind of what I'm wondering.
Well, from what I heard, and I just got a really quick description of it, but from what I heard, it was it's during World War II, and they're both fighting against Hydra, and so
That's cool.
the two worlds I think is supposed to be like Wakanda and
Ah, gotcha,
Captain
gotcha,
America
gotcha.
fighting in World War
Okay,
II.
yeah, so it is set in that. So I wonder if like it's like T'Chaka, or like not exactly T'Challa fighting with Steve and like that time zone. So that would be interesting to see.
Yeah,
But
we
and
got
this is also the Uncharted developers too. So
yeah,
that's
it's the
very
first
interesting.
yeah. It's confirmed that it's not T'Challa
Okay,
as Black
it's not
Panther.
T'Challa. Okay, yeah.
Right.
So either
So
T'Chaka or like T'Chaka's father, if I have to imagine one of the
right.
two. Yeah, cool. Love it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, take his money. Take the money now. Yeah, yeah. I'm very excited to see some gameplay from this because
Yeah.
I saw Mark Bernardin, who does a podcast with Kevin Smith. Um, he does a lot of like writing for like TV and other stuff like that. But apparently, this is the project he's been working on too. So I know he's a big nerd brain. So having his writing in there would be pretty cool to play in the game too. I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it's something like a Call of Duty World at War or World War. They've had some Call of Duties that were set kind of in World War II
Yeah.
and stuff like that era. That'd be really cool if it was kind of like that.
Or even like do it like an Uncharted game where but you're going back and forth between playing as Black Panther and
I
Steve doing
definitely want to be able to trade back and forth. I think
yeah, I think if you're doing like a good linear storyline where you can go back and forth as both people, that would be pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
100%. Well, I'm excited to learn more about this game.
Yeah, and speaking of Black Panther, one of the bigger rumors that is pretty. It makes sense just because we're getting Black Panther in a few months, or a couple months at this point. Is that the second trailer for Black Panther is supposed to be like
Yeah, we're
released.
only 2 months away, so we got to get it at some point. So why
And
not now?
the biggest question from the first trailer was who's in the Black Panther suit.
Yeah. I hope they don't reveal it in the trailer.
Oh, they damn well better not reveal it in the trailer. Unless it's like some weird flashback.
I would like some more Namor footage though, for sure. Like I want to
Yeah.
see like some of him speaking and stuff like that. I think that would be a good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Cool.
for sure.
And then we did get some rumors. Do you want to slip into rumors? Did I get through everything that's actually announced, or
Pretty much, yeah. We're good there. So yeah, there is a rumor going around that one of the announcements. This kind of also just helps us transition into our final topic. Here.
There's so many rumors that we can talk
this will be basically our lead off. But like one of the rumors coming out of it is that we might have the casting for the Fantastic Four's Invisible Woman, Sue Richards. And that might be is it Jodie Comer? Is that how you say her name? But you said she's from Free Guy.
Yeah, she was.
Right?
She was like the co-star.
She's the main female lead of yeah. So I was trying to remember what I knew her from, and yeah, that's definitely it. But yeah, she seems to be like the front runner. It seems like for our Sue Richards. So that should be I'm wondering, that I had to think we're gonna get our Fantastic Four cast announced. This week for sure.
Slip right into rumors. That's one of the biggest things that everybody's been talking about. There was a list that's been going on with a bunch of actors that are more than likely going to be announced to have a part in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Henry Cavill's on it. This Jodie's on it. And even before, like this list was announced before that casting rumor that she was going to be cast as Sue Storm. She was on this list that by somebody who kind of has had some leaks that have been true before. Who else was on it? I'm trying to think. Henry Cavill was on it. John Krasinski was on it, which is very interesting because I feel like rumors continuously go back and forth on whether he is going to be Reed Richards or if he's not going to be Reed Richards. So I'm very interested to see if that rumors is true. If that casting list is correct, I'm very interested to see if he's not going to be Mr. Fantastic. I'm wondering if he ends up playing a part in Secret Wars. Because that'd be the only way that he would still be able to be in the MCU is if he ended up being a variant or ended up being, crazy as it sounds. I mean, he was originally in the front running for Captain America. So how crazy would that be if we got a variant of him as Captain America?
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
If we just see him as variants.
Yeah. We can even get that. I mean, we can even get that. But yeah, there's a bunch of names on that list, and I really think we're going to get a lot of casting announcements tomorrow. I think we're going to get.
I think it's really interesting how we've been so focused on the Mr. Fantastic casting that there's been little talk of the Johnny Storm and Thing casting, but
well, yeah, I can tell you the rumors of the ones of the people that I most would like.
I saw Brendan Fraser as Thing, and I was like, "Gang, I kind of want that."
That would be awesome. There's two people for Thing that I would be 100% behind. Brendan Fraser, or why can't I think of his name? He was Marshall in How I Met Your Mother. He was in
Jason Segel.
Jason Segel. Yeah, he got announced early as potentially being cast as Ben Grimm.
Pretty good one. Yeah, he's pretty. He was just in the Laker TV show, The Winning Time, and he was really good in that.
I did not watch that yet.
He's really good in that show. That's one of my favorite TV shows of the year. Yeah, it's a really good show.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so I heard those two as announcements for the Thing. Obviously, they could go with somebody else, like an unknown or somebody not as but I think either one of them would be great.
100%.
The other, I've heard a lot of like smaller or at least people that I didn't know as well for Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I did hear that I was like, you know what? Okay, was Billy from Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, his name escapes me.
But I know he was the Red Ranger in the Power Rangers remake.
Yeah, Dacre Montgomery, I think his name is, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, but
yeah,
I think he could do it. I think he
would do that. Yeah, he's got that kind of personality for sure.
Yeah, I think he could pull it off. I think he would be good. But I mean, there's like I said,
I can see him and Jodie Comer bouncing off each other pretty well too. That's kind of like
and they need to because they're brother and sister, so they need to be able to. So I can see that. Do you have anybody that you've heard that you would really like?
Man, it's so tough. They're really like, I feel like it's really hard to miss with these characters, but at the same time, like, I can't think of anybody that I really want to see in the roles. Like, obviously we got the taste of Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic already. So, but like the likelihood of him actually being the Mr. Fantastic going forward seems slim. But like, I'm kind of just like along for the ride as far as like the Fantastic Four casting goes. Like, they've done pretty well with their casting so far. Like, I don't really, I'm okay with whoever they do choose.
Yeah. I trust the casting for Marvel. I think they're pretty solid. Their track record's been pretty good. I mean,
yeah, like they know what they're looking for out of the character, and the person that auditions like exudes that. Then like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing as well. They're nerds just like us at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. So what other things, I guess, are you hoping to hear tomorrow? I mean, we have plenty of, I think there's 8 projects that haven't been announced yet that are in phases 5 and 6. I think last I heard, I didn't count them up, but the last I heard, I think it's 8 projects that are unnamed right now, like unannounced.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know like what projects will get announced. Like that part's really confusing to me. Like maybe we'll get like our first like X-Men based series or something like that, like or at least some casting, like some of the great tweet I saw, or at least like a series of tweets. There's like 2 tweets. It was like one was saying like this could be like the last weekend that we are wondering who the Fantastic Four is going to be, or like this could be the last like weekend where we like wonder when the first X-Men casting is going to be, and like this could be the weekend for it. But like, I was more kind of thinking about like what like footage we'll see. That will like so trailers and stuff like that. Like I'm envisioning that we'll get trailers for Echo maybe. I
Oh,
think we
that'd be
might
good.
get a trailer for Secret Invasion, and then Ant-Man 3. Like I think the Comic-Con trailers that they didn't show us will be the ones that they show us here at D23 most likely. And those are kind of like the I don't know if they showed Echo footage, but there's that show is done filming at this point. So maybe this will be the time to be like, okay, we got some footage to show you guys now. Um so yeah, that's the stuff I really want to see mostly overall.
Oh yeah, I would love to see the I forget what is the name of the new Quantumania. I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
Mania. Yeah.
I would love to see that footage because I mean we've at this point I've not seen it, but I've like heard somebody's description of it. I've read the description of it and stuff.
Yeah.
And just like the interaction between Ant-Man and Kang.
And Kang,
Oh,
I want to
I
see that. I
cannot
want to see it. Yeah.
wait
I want to see
to
that
hear
in its
that. Yeah.
natural form for sure.
Yeah.
One of the things I also thought about was that we could get our first look at one of the animated shows, which could be like the X-Men show or even like zombies and stuff like that. I don't know which one comes out first, but I whatever one's like the closest to coming out, we could get our first look at that. Maybe some What If season 2.
I don't remember. X-Men 97.
There's a lot. There's so much coming out that again, that wish we had the timeline, but
Unfortunately, Danny deleted it for space.
I know, right? But that's the great thing about like this, the fact that we have so much coming up is that we don't know what they're going to show us.
Yeah.
Beating forward, like of course the Wakanda Forever trailer makes sense given that it's only 2 months away. But again, casting announcements, trailers, hopefully some sequel announcements. Like I would like to know what's going to happen with our Eternals characters. We got some pretty good teases at the end of that movie. And there's gotta be, you gotta find a way to fit them into the bigger picture again somehow. So I
What
would like to
about?
see
I just thought about this. What about some sort of Blade footage? Like,
Blade. Yeah, Blade's
what's
another
going
one.
on
Because
with that?
again, there's so much going on that like I want to know. Give me like as much info as you can right now. This is your time to info dump me with all your upcoming projects. Like, yeah, but I want more.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I don't think they would save much for New York City Comic Con because as it goes, New York City Comic Con doesn't always have like a big Marvel presence. I feel like.
Right. Yeah, especially because over this, when the pandemic happened, like the presence at other cons kind of lowered, and they kind of saved for like the super big ones. Like,
Right.
I guess really SDCC is really the only one they really come out for now these days. It seems like other than their own thing and Star Wars Celebration and stuff like that. So
Well, I'm sure Disney's probably like, hey, you belong to us, so D23 is going to be the bigger stuff.
100%.
So, but I mean, yeah, I'm very excited. Everybody stick close to Twitter. I mean, we're definitely going to have to do another recap. I don't know if we're going to do, a live on it, or if we're going to do just like a quick recap video that we can put up and we can, edit and stuff.
Mhm.
But I mean, all of the major announcements are going to be tomorrow. More than likely, I'm super stoked to see what information we're going to get and stuff like that, though. I think it's going to be great. I mean, we were talking about this early. Anything Deadpool related that they can give us, even if it's just the announcement of Deadpool 3, is gonna be between Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Like,
yeah.
just give me that. Give me something.
So it looks like there is some movie stuff coming out, but it's more for the Disney movies. We are, there's been this, the trend of the Disney live action remakes and stuff like that. And the newest one that we get is we're getting the live action Peter Pan finally again. It looks like Jude Law is playing Captain Hook. That's kind of like the first little bit of news going on there.
I could have sworn I saw another one. I thought you were going to talk about. I thought I saw an announcement that we were going to get a live action Atlantis.
I didn't see the official thing of that yet.
I could have sworn I saw. I mean, I was.
There's a new trailer for Hocus Pocus 2 that is out. That's another one. So we're finally getting like a big story trailer for that.
Were you a Hocus Pocus?
I like Hocus Pocus actually a lot. That's actually one of those I would watch on Halloween for me.
Really?
Yeah, I like that movie a lot. I actually do really like that movie.
Pinocchio
Movie came out on
came
Disney
out on
Plus
Disney
Day,
Plus
so it
Day.
just came out this week. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But I thought the trailer for that, I thought the clips for that were pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like the movie's going to be called Peter Pan and Wendy. So I guess Wendy's going to be a big focus on the movie there. But I haven't seen anything on Atlantis yet. But the whole D23 Expo on animation and live action is happening like right now.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
Maybe it was just a leak. Maybe it was just a rumor. But
Maybe,
I thought it was a live action Atlantis, and that Andrew Garfield was going to be playing the lead.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that yet, but that does sound interesting.
It could have just been.
I've seen Atlantis a couple of times, but that was never one that I grew up watching all the time.
Yeah, I've definitely watched it a couple times, but like I said, it could have just been a rumor that got mixed in with D23 stuff. And like I said, when I was grabbing, stuff for our JPEG sets and our support and stuff, I was seeing, that stuff kind of pop up here and there.
Yeah.
Halloween Town, I would watch.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I would watch Halloween Town. I just never got into Hocus Pocus, I guess.
Yeah. We might get our first trailer for Mandalorian season 3 at D23 Expo as well. That's kind of been that's another STCC trailer that we didn't get to see online that I'm assuming they're saving for this.
Yeah.
So that's coming out in January, February.
Yeah, that's soon. All of these things everything's too soon. Too soon. I mean,
there's a lot coming out. It's a lot to be excited for.
We got Werewolf by Midnight coming out as a Halloween special. That's a month away.
Thing they can give us more. They're going to give us some info on that. Maybe we'll get a trailer for that. Who knows?
We got that. Then we have Black Panther. Then we have the Guardians Christmas special.
That too. Yeah.
And then I think we're done with Marvel shows for the year, right? After that.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. But then we start up in what, February?
True, yeah. Everything just starts back up in the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't have to wait that long. We've got
other stuff to talk about.
We got what's going in January? There's a Star Wars show that's going through December and January, I thought, right?
Maybe
something got moved around. Anyway, do you have anything else that you wanted to put in for that?
Nope. Okay.
No. Can I play one video before we get out of here?
Oh God, do I want to say yes?
Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this! Chrissy, wake up! Hey, hello? Time to wake up, Can you hear me? Wake up, Chrissy! I don't like this! Chrissy, wake up!
So freaking stupid! God, I freaking knew it! Was that timed right, Danny?
I thought you would have appreciated it more after your second watch through with your pops
that.
about.
I love every second of it. Love it.
It's so damn catchy. Every time I hear it, now it's gonna be stuck in my. I'm gonna be humming it like for the rest of the weekend.
I know, that's why I'm mad at you.
But anyway, thank you so much for joining us for. I guess now we're gonna rename this, and it's just gonna be either that happy hour show or popping off happy TBD. But it's going to have happy hour in the title.
Happy hour TBD.
TBD. That will be our live shows moving forward, and our pre-tapes will be called That Recap Show. So we can separate it out, and we can enjoy one more cheers for the road, everybody. Cheers to the weekend. The weekend starts now. Where's your drink?
I drink it all.
You could fake it. Where's your empty can? Just fake it. Just fake it. Give me. You can't cheers with water.
Yes, you can.
Anyway, as I always say, have a great weekend. That's what we think. Let us know in the comments below. What do you think? What can you not wait for? What are you hoping to get from D23? And don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can hear about all of our video releases. Bye, everybody! I thought you were going to start swinging your lightsaber.
Poppin' Off presents That Recap Show.